going on YouTube? Welcome to Master Your Mindset. I'm your coach, I'm your host. My name is Jon and I appreciate you for joining today because I know you can be anywhere in the world but you're choosing to be here with me and it doesn't go unnoticed. So before we get too far into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me because you're going to want to get notified when I drop some new content. I promise you that. See, Master Your Mindset is a community for everybody. So if you're an overachiever, an underachiever, a dream chaser, a go-getter, a goal setter, a trendsetter, we want you. If you came to contribute, we want you too. So even if you're not where you want to be, that's even better because we want to help you grow. See, sometimes you just need a little encouragement. You need someone to pat you on the shoulder. Maybe you need a swift kick in the butt. But whoever that you are, wherever you are, we want you to know that there's a community that accepts you. And we know that if you want to fulfill your potential, if you want to grow, Mindset Leadership Program is going to take young men and we're going to equip them with the tools that they need to really attain the optimal physical and mental health so that they can go out into the world confidently, boldly, lead their families, their workforce, and of course their communities to new places, the innovators, the game changers. That's what we are doing. And I want you to be a part of it because I'm passionate about it. I believe that God put me here for a purpose. And that purpose is to serve. It is to lead others, to encourage, to motivate. Maybe it's to speak to you. And even if it's not to you, maybe it's to somebody that you know. Somebody that you love, and perhaps you haven't even found the words that you need to get them through their struggles. You might know somebody who's down, who's depressed, who's discouraged, who feels defeated. Well, perhaps all they need is that pat on the back, a little pick-me-up, a little encouragement, a little support, because everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't have a solid foundation, a solid base to sit on, a solid support system, but we need it. We need to have somebody to go to when we need a shoulder to lean on. We need somebody to speak to when we need some words to uplift us. But everybody doesn't have it. But once again, it's not about your circumstances and where you've been. It's about where you're going. So getting you equipped with the tools that you need to become the best version of yourself is where we want to take you. See, this reminds me of a quote by Kyle Maynard. He's a motivational speaker, author, and he's been through so many challenges, overcome so much, and he's an inspiration. But what he says is when we release control over circumstances, we gain more control over our life. Because see, we don't understand the power that circumstances can have. But when you release that power, that control over that circumstances, you get that power back. So if you've been mistreated, misguided, neglected, taken advantage of, abandoned, and you don't have the support that you need, well, guess what? Sometimes it is that direction, it's that determination, it's that discipline, it's that resilience, it's that desire. Ultimately, you're going to have these qualities that make you a better person. Once again, it's not about where you've been, it's about where you're going. And perhaps you just need that community of support. Because what you cannot afford is to let somebody or some event have control over the way you perform on a daily basis. See, I want you to understand my own personal mantra, and that's words shape worlds. I choose to speak life. I'm going to say it again. Words shape worlds. I choose to speak life. Now, I want you to understand why that's important because, see, I choose to speak life. Not I have to, not I'm supposed to. No, I choose to. Everybody has a choice. Or if you come from a background, you've been mistreated, somebody didn't speak life into you, you understand how valuable, how important that is. Maybe you need to step outside of that environment, step outside of that box and understand that that's not the way to live if that's what you've been faced with. Because see, you should have somebody lifting you up. You should have somebody that's focused on your ambitions that wants to help push you to a higher level. Somebody that wants to help sculpt you and mold you into become the best version of yourself and wants to make sure you do have that shoulder to lean on. And yeah, I'm going to keep using it because it's important. It's important that you have somebody to talk to. It's important that you have somebody to cry to. It's important that you have somebody to add perspective to your life when you need to go through and talk about a situation. See, maybe you just need to better understand how to navigate your life. You are on a journey. You have somewhere that you want to go, but you're having trouble getting there. You keep hitting obstacle after obstacle, and there's a barrier here and adversity there, and it seems like they just can't stop getting in your way. Well, maybe it's the extra push that you need, the fight that you need, the words that you need, the motivation that you need to break through those barriers, to overcome those obstacles and understand how to reframe that vision. Because see, sometimes some people look at obstacles as I can't get through it, whether than an opportunity to try something new, an opportunity to learn another way, an opportunity to grow, to develop, and to find a better solution. And see, that's where positivity comes in. And a lot of people forget about positivity, how important it is. Positivity can change your life. Positivity can reshape your vision. See, some people don't understand how important the power of positivity is to the entire world. So yeah, positivity can take you from down to up. It can take you from low to high. It can change your life, but you have to think about on a deeper level how important positivity is to the way that we think. It's important to your mindset. See, it controls the way that we think, our emotions, how we feel. And because we think the way we do, we speak the way we do. So the words are a reflection of what you think, and your actions are a reflection of what you think. So if you're having trouble, whether it be, trying to restore your marriage, trying to become a better parent, trying to start a business or rejuvenate a business, anything like that, I want to make sure that you're taking this advice, you're taking these 5 E's to heart, that you're being positive. Hey, and if you don't know what to say, remember that your words matter. Why? Once again, words shape worlds. I choose to speak life, and I want you to choose to speak life too. So really the 2 best ways that I found to find my way back, one is with meditation, the other is with self-reflection. See, I want to make sure that when I look at myself that I am taking true inventory of the blessings that God has bestowed upon me. I want to make sure I'm doing that. And one of the ways, once again, meditation is one, and then self-reflection is the other. So I'm repeating that just so you guys know how important that it is. If you really want to become the best version of yourself, if you need to get over any hurdles, if you need to overcome any obstacles, whatever it may be, breaking through barriers, those are just a couple of the ways that you can do that. Lifting yourself up, taking inventory, attitude of gratitude, becoming the best version of yourself. And if you have any doubts about positivity, man, this master your mindset stuff is tough. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I've got the juice. I don't know if I have the focus to be able to do it or the time to invest in it. Hey, I promise you it's easy, but what you have to do is start taking your emotional compass and shift that to positivity at all times. Default to positivity. If there's a question about anything at all, make sure that you are approaching it with positivity, and you'll have the power that you need to overcome anything. See, we all face controversy or conflict. There's always something there. There's a dispute, there's an argument, there's something that you can approach in any way. You can take it positively, you can take it negatively. It's a push or pull, but it's up to you to determine your approach. So when you take the positive approach, it is going to give you the upper hand 100% of the time. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you approach anything with negativity, where you're judgmental, where you're a pessimist, where you do not have faith in the outcome, where you're not hopeful, then guess what? You're not giving yourself any favors, because it's impossible for your brain to truly come up with a true solution. See, when you're positive, it gives you hope, it stimulates your brain, it gets you moving. And that's what you have to have. See, if we're gonna be innovators, if we're gonna be changers of the world, if we're gonna make society better for the next generation, then guess what? We have to make sure that we're speaking positivity, that we're thinking positivity at all times, even when it's tough. Remember, positivity is a choice. Controls what we think, our emotions, how we feel, and of course what we say, and then our actions and our behaviors. And then positivity impacts how we deal with negativity. So you have to make sure at all times that you are doing your absolute best, that you are harnessing whatever energy that you have to frame your mind, to frame your attitude towards the most positive and favorable outcome. Because see, there really is no underdog. Somebody that doesn't believe in your chances of success, your chances of survival, they don't know you well. See, I tell that to myself. They don't know what I'm working with. They don't know my abilities. They don't know my gifts. They don't know my talents. They don't know my training, my discipline, the hours that I'm willing to put in, the time that I'm willing to put in, my relentless spirit, that effort. They don't know what I'm willing to do to get to that top spot. So here's what you have to do. You have to approach it the same way. So if you're a parent, if you're a coach, if you're an athlete, if you're somebody that's in sports, I'm feeling you, because you have to understand the amount of dedication, the time, the study, the practice, the film, all the training, whether it be physical or mental, all that good stuff that goes into preparation. And when you prepare for a game, when you prepare to build yourself up, you understand how important it is that you succeed. And we want to win. Of course we do. And if you stay positive, you understand just how much there is to learn through a loss. See, losses doesn't mean you have to be defeated. You can take an L without being defeated. You can take an L and still be winning. See, it's all about the way that you approach it, about the way that you frame your perspective, the way that you frame your thoughts, the way that you go about this perceived failure. See, I'm not going to get down on myself because I lose a game now, because I went out there, I tried my hardest. The only way I'm going to be down on myself is if I did not try my best, if I did not give it my all. But guess what? If I'm right beside my teammates and we've been practicing, we've been working out, we've been training, we've been watching film together, and we still lost, we just happen to lose to a better team. It just happened to be their day. But guess what? I'm still alive. And I'm waking up with a chance, with the opportunity to flip it around, to turn it into tomorrow. And next time we see them, it's on. So I'm going to take that positive mindset. I'm going to take that growth mindset, and I'm going to turn it into something beautiful. And that's how you got to use your coaching. That's how you got to use your training to frame your thoughts to get you to that next phase in your life. If you feel down, if you feel depressed, guess what? This ain't the end of a story. It's just the end of a chapter. Because see, if you're watching this video right now, you have to understand that there's more to be written. There's more growth, more development. There is an upside to all this. So let's talk about trying to close that last chapter, put some work in, and start writing a new one. See, it ain't the end of your story. It's just getting started. So remember, words shape worlds. I choose to speak life. See, we replace sayings like, "That's just who I am," with "This is who I've grown to be." And that's what you can be proud of. I promise you that.